Hello, and welcome to 8408 Buckthorn here in Berkeley, Missouri. We have another mid-century modern home for you to look at today, and this has a number of the themes that were consistent with that era that we saw back on Fournier, although it's built by a different developer. These homes were built by Fisher and Frichtel, and who also developed the Carrollton neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood, called Frostwood, actually survived better than Carrollton did. Carrollton, sadly, was bulldozed in order to expand the runway for the airport. So, looking around, this is one of the things that we see here is that we have these houses which are built at a catty corner to the street. So, you pull around, and then you have a carport off to the side here with a little garden shed behind. And then the front entryway off of that. You can see the clerestory windows and the ribbed glass. Let's come inside and I'll show you a little bit more. Okay, now that we're inside, let's adjust the light here. So I want to show you some of these details which are what make this subdivision quite unique. So we have a wall here. It's painted black, but it's brick with ribbed floor-to-ceiling windows for privacy with clerestory windows at the top to let in light. The massive fireplace, again, as we saw over at the property on Fournier. Again, this is very typical of this design era. And we have an open plan kitchen. So looking through here is the living room, which is open to the dining and the kitchen. Now, you can see where this archway is at the end. That would have been the wall of the original house. It has been extended past that, though. So I'll first go through this way and take a look in the bedrooms. These were built as starter homes. So the buyers of these were oftentimes Boeing, well, not Boeing, it would have been Douglas in the mid-50s and then McDonnell Douglas, making rockets and airplanes, things like that. So these would have been starter homes for families that were employed in those industries. So they would have been looking for something a little bit more modern, cutting edge, space age than your usual buyer. And we have 3 bedrooms here. This is the second bedroom. So you can see a few of the other themes. We do have the ceilings, which are vaulted in these bedrooms as well. Slightly, again, we don't have a high pitch of a roof. But the bathroom is interesting in this subdivision. So looking here, we have the main bath, which has a skylight so you can still get light even with the lights off. And it has a shower. I think the idea was that most people with kids would probably be wanting them to take a shower rather than a bath. At least that's what the developer thought, because that's the way they built these back then. With a primary bedroom here, which does have a luxury of its own bathroom. So the owner's bathroom, the person who paid the mortgage's bathroom, rather, I guess you'd say, does have a bathtub. Now, as we come back around, these houses were not originally built with air conditioning in the early to mid-50s. That was something that was not really that common in that era. What they had instead, now it does have air conditioning now, I will say. That's been added. But you can see here the remnants of what used to be. These houses originally were built with underfloor heating and a boiler, so you could walk around in the middle of January in your slippers or bare feet. This is a laundry room, storage area here, so electrical panel, new water heater, and then this is the updated modern HVAC system that most of these houses have installed now in this subdivision. Because I've seen a few with underfloor heating, but not many people really bothered to keep maintaining it over the years. As we come back around, kitchen with a peninsula I stand corrected from one of my other videos. Maybe it is an island because it only has a post at the end, so that could go either way. But this, although the cabinets and backsplash are newer, are brand new actually, this is pretty much the original layout that these kitchens had. So it would have still been open to the dining room here. And again, that's a good sized kitchen, especially for this era. Some of the subdivisions in the 50s really had tiny kitchens that were only made for microwaving Swanson TV dinners. There's a family room here. So this is the addition that was built later with the 4th bedroom. And then we come back around, and there's another room here too. So huge amount of space in this house. And unfortunately, there is a neighbor mowing his lawn right now, but I'll come outside anyway. Have a little screen porch here. Probably could do with a door on that to keep the bugs fully out. Not sure if one is planned. And then a level backyard. So as you look out around the other houses, you can see these are all built the same way. These are all low. Some are linear, and some like this have the curved driveway to get into them. But they definitely... Whoa, that bird just startled me and jumped out of there. All of these houses have a unique style to them and look really interesting from the front. I love these mid-century homes. I hope you do too. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll look to find more of these homes for us to see together. Thank you.